always feel like I gotta like start it like the, you know.
You're on.
Yo, we just released the who the fuck am I talking to? I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little sauced.
I wasn't mine.
I'm a little sauced, and I just took another shot at the Patron. Whatever the case may be, I don't really know what the fuck I got going on. Here we go. Story time number 3. I just put, well, I didn't, he did. I like to talk like I did it, but I didn't. He put the second story time up. That bitch just hit the market. You know what I mean? Go watch him. But this is going to be another one. I don't know when this is going to come out, but whatever the case may be. All right, fuck. All right. This is going to be about the time that I got the drunkest I had ever gotten, even today. To this date, this is the drunkest I've ever been. So, I had an event in Dallas, Texas, and I had to fly down there. It was like a charity stream or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what the like criteria of the event was. I just know that we had, like, they wanted me to hang out at this little, the Mavs Gaming guys, shout out them, the 2K team, Mavs Gaming, shout out them. They kind of like held this event. It was shortly after I went through the whole shooting thing that I was involved in along with my peers. Rest in peace, True Boy Spot Me. It was shortly after that. It was like a charity stream or something of that sort. So they flew me down to Dallas, Texas. And it was the night before the actual stream, man. That we were supposed to go. We was going out. We went out to some place. I cannot remember exactly what it's called, but it's like where it was in Deep Ellum. It's called. I want to. It's Rooster something. I just know this. It's called a Rooster something. I may be wrong, but whatever. So. We go out to this joint. It's me and a bunch of other Madden guys. I'm probably gonna say some names. I'm gonna say some Madden names, and if I get you in trouble, anybody will get in trouble. Now I think if I had to run the story in my head real quick, anybody will get in trouble unless you did some bullshit later on that they don't know about. I'm not the feds. I don't really know these people's real names. I just know their Madden names. It's not true. I know their real names too. Boom. So. We went out to this little event that was held out by a couple guys out of the Madden event, that run Madden events. Mudhead had something to do with it too. Shout out Mudhead. We had an event that we went to the little Rooster Chicken, whatever the case may be. We went out to that joint. And we all get a little section. It's not a club. By a section, I mean we got like our own little table. It's like maybe like 15 of us. We're all in this little one section. And when we sit down, they're like, hey guys, we got it, we got the bill, whatever it is you guys want to eat or whatever you want to do, we got it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you can't tell a nigga like that, like me, that. You can't. I'm a big nigga, so I'm going to eat a lot. 2, y'all got whatever drinks too? Drink? Bet. Say less. I'm about to go. Yay. And I had this guy shot too. I'm going through some shit. So boom. We sit down. Everybody like started like looking at the menu for food and shit. I go straight to them. I'm like, yeah, I want Henny. I was straight to the Henny, you know what I'm saying? Henny and what? What y'all think I should mix it with? I'm taking surveys around the table. What should I mix it with? Henny and what? Henny and Coke. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Henny and Coke. So, boom. I keep ordering Henny and Cokes. I want to be as serious as I possibly can when I say I drink like maybe 10 Henny and Cokes to the point where they ran out of Hennessy. And the guy that was running, like, that was our waitress, he was the guy that had, like, spiked hair, like a mohawk. He was bald on the side, but he had a spiked mohawk. Whatever the case may be, real punk rock type guy. And when they ran out of Henny, I was like, so, like, what's the closest thing to Henny? You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, I'm sitting down this whole time. When the close, I remember one of my man guys was like, hey, man, you might want to slow down, whatever the case may be. And I was like, I don't know when the next time somebody going to tell me I got it. Whatever you want to drink, I got it. I don't know when this is going to happen again, so I need to take advantage of this. You know what I'm saying? I was just homeless a couple of years ago. You can't tell me you got whatever. Now, mind you, I'm eating too, but I'm smoking these drinks. I've drunk like 10 Henny and Cokes. Boom. They run out of Henny. He's like, my spiked hair waiter dude tell me, Maker's Mark is like the same shit, you know what I'm saying, with Maker's Mark and Coke.
Maker's Mark is the one with the red, with the wax on the
like melted on. He like Maker's Marker and Coke is like the same thing, and then once you mix it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever, boom. At this point, I'm not feeling all the way sauced. I know I should be sauced because I've drank 10 Henny and Cokes. So I'm like, whatever, boom, hit me with the Makers, whatever the case may be, give me like 2-3 of them joints. So I'm like, I drink 2-3 of them. I didn't really like the taste. I didn't like the taste of the Henny and Coke either, but the Maker's Mark and Coke just had like a weird tang to it. I wouldn't really fuck with it like that. But so then I talked to the waiter dude. I'm like, hey man, what do you drink? You know, I'm that type drunk now where I'm trying to like figure out niggas' lives. I'm like, hey man, what do you drink? You know, like, what do you got going on? He's like, well, bud, I'm a retired alcoholic. You know, I've been clean for 11 years, but when I did, this is exactly how he sounded. He sounded like he gargled glass or some shit like that. He said, yeah, but when I did drink, I was a real alcoholic, man, so I don't know if you want to go down this road with me. And I'm like, bro, nigga, hit me. Fuck, what, hit me with it. He's like, all right, well, I used to drink beers, but whatever the case may be, but I like my beer at a certain temperature. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? I like my beer to be like room temperature, like sort of somewhat kind of warm. So he's like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring you a glass. He brought me a glass. He poured the beer in it. I forget what beer it is. Let's just say, for the sake of the argument, let's say it's a Bud Light. I'm sure it wasn't a Bud Light, but let's just say it was a Bud Light. He poured a Bud Light into the glass, and he's like, yeah. Then he had a shot glass next to the glass. And he's like, so I'm thinking I'm about to take shots of beer. And I'm like, what the fuck type of weird alcoholic shit is this? You know what I mean? Boom. He's saying, no, I'm about to give you shots of Jägermeister. And you're going to drink shots of Jägermeister until your beer is warm. The beer is fucking freezing cold. When he pours it, they got like steam going all over it. It's so cold. He says, remember, I like my beer warm. He says, so you're going to take shots of the Jägermeister until your beer is warm. I'm like, fucking sign me up. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I'm off 10 Indian Cokes, 2 Makers and Cokes. Now I'm waiting for this beer. He giving me shots of Jaeger out now. Mind you, but for the beer to get a little bit warm, probably averaging about 4 shots of Jaeger. So you boom, 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 then you smack the beer. Boom. I drank 2 beers. So that means that in between the beers, I'm drinking Jaeger shots until the beer get warm, because I want to be like fucking Fallout Boy here. So I'm like, you know, whatever the case may be, boom, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, you know, whatever the case may be. I am not understanding how drunk I am yet. I'm like, I'm still sitting down. I haven't got up yet to go pee or nothing. So my buddy out of Texas, he was out there too, VTech. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. He's like a career drinker, whatever the case may be. I drank with VTech too. That might be another story time, but neither here nor there. He's like a career drinker. He was there with me. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, he was one of the people that was there with me. So not everybody is starting to leave. Everybody's starting to phase out, whatever the case may be. People starting to leave. Now I have to get up here soon. So me, VTech, and an unnamed Madden player. I ain't gonna do this to him. Unnamed Madden player was there too. We're like the last 3 left. We get up, boom. We're gonna call it unnamed Madden player. Let's call him Streak. Let's just call him Streak. So boom. We said we're the last 3 there. I'm still smacking these little Jägermeister joints. I'm smacking beer, boom, everybody's starting to leave. Boom, me, VTech, and Streak get up or whatever the case may be. And he's like, and VTech's like, let's go to the bar. I'm like, what? I get up, the whole world is just, nigga, I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I stand up and my legs like forgot to stand up. I get up and just get to, like I can't, everything in my whole, I don't know if you can put the effects on it, but my whole world is just doing this shit. And my vision, my body, everything is just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we go to the bar, but I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't drank with VTech yet up to this point. So I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I'm with it. Let's do it. So I'm like, I go to the bar, me, Streak, and VTech go to the bar. VTech orders 3 shots of Rumple Mints. At this time, I had never had Rumple Mints before. I don't know what it is, but there were 3 shots of Rumple Mints and 99 banana.
I know 99 banana.
I had never had either one of these at this point, but all I know that I ain't no bitch. That's all I know. Now, here's the thing. I am a friendly drunk. Like, you know, I'm not going to say I'm touchy or anything like that, but like, if you got on some nice shoes, I might like really like, yo, your shoes is fucking crazy. I'm real complimentary when that's not a word.
Complimentary.
I'm complimentary. I just fucked that word. Goddamn. So I say, what I say. So like, we're drinking, we take the shots, boom, we take them back to back. Me, Street, VTech. So boom. I have like a little voice in my head that when I'm like way too drunk, my mind's like, all right, let's get out of here before we embarrass ourselves. You know what I mean? It's late now. Like, not late, it's probably like 10:30, 11. Like, we got there like 6. We've been there for a minute. So I get up, my mom's like, they had given us these little $250 Uber credits. So why we need $250 in Uber credits, I don't know, but it was great.
Uber everywhere.
Oh God. So I'm like, boom, I ordered me an Uber. I'm like, get the fuck out of here and go back to this hotel because I am fucked up. If I wasn't fucked up before, I'm fucked up now. So I get up, I go outside, instantly fall on the ground. I'm laying in the middle of the street now. And no exaggeration, I'm laying in the middle of Deep Ellum. I'm in the middle of the street, I'm just laying there. So my body's like, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. So I'm like, I grab back of a Toyota Camry, and I like drag myself up to now I'm sitting like this on the back of the Toyota Camry. The whole stuff. That's crazy. So I'm sitting on the back of a Toyota Camry. I am fucking dazed. I'm sitting on the back of the Toyota Camry, mad, just fucked up. Mad, disoriented, or whatever the case may be. So then my Uber pull up, I see him pull up, I'm like, hey, yo, my man. It was just, hey, yo, my man. It was like a silver van. It was like a silver van. I'm like, hey, yo, my man, it's me. I think I'm doing all this, but it probably looks something like, you know what I mean? Some weird shit like that. But I'm trying to get his attention to get into the car. So, whatever the case may be, I end up flagging him down, crawl my way into the car. I literally crawl into the car. My legs are no longer functional. Like, them bitches just don't work. So I'm crawling in the car, I get in that bitch, boom. I'm laying in his backseat. He's like, you had a good night, huh, bro? And I'm like, he wasn't, because he's like a light-skinned cat. I want to say he was Arabian, but I'm just going to say light-skinned. He looked like Drake. He looked like a drunk-ass Drake. So I'm laying in the little, let's see, whatever the case may be, boom. And me, when I'm about to throw up, my mind goes, hey. And man, you got about 43 seconds till you throw up. You got about 43 seconds till you throw up. 30 now, because you've been bullshitting. About 20. It's like a little voice, I don't know. I don't know if everybody got that shit, but my mind's like, yo, you're about to throw up. So you better get somewhere safe.
I got the same joint.
You about to fucking throw up. So I'm like, all right. He driving down the street. I'm like, yo. Hey, I don't know why I kept saying my man. Hey, you're my man.
Where you going, New York?
I say, hey, you're my man. Can you stop the car? Can you stop the car? And he's like, he like, stop it for what? I remember how aggressive he got. He was like, stop it for what? I'm like, man, my man. Stop the car, my man. He's like, he will not listen to me and he will not stop this car. He finally pulls over and like, look, I'm about to throw up in the back seat. This I'm speaking in hieroglyphics.
Why are you Rocky? Why are you Sylvester Stallone? You Adrian.
I'm like, look, bro, if you don't put this bitch over, I'm about to blow all type of chicken noodle soup sandwiches and shit in the backseat if you don't pull this bitch over. I had a BLT with me too. I had ordered a BLT to go on the tab, and the people are like, because I was thinking, I told you can't tell me shit like that. I'm like, all right, boom, I need to like have some food later on too, because I'm gonna be drunk and want food. Boom. So I'm in the car. I remember the BLT like sitting on the front by my head because I'm laying in this back seat. So I pull myself up. I use the seatbelt to pull myself up after I'm trying to tell him to stop the car. He finally pulls over. So like my timer in my head is about 7 seconds from going up. He pulls over with about 4 seconds left. So I go to push the door open, whatever the case may be, and throw up. And, you know what I'm saying? I get it off, get my shit off. It splashed off the ground and hit the corner of the bottom of his door. Okay. So I'm getting my shit off, you know what I'm saying? You know, after you throw up, you're supposed to feel better. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I throw up for a good 45 seconds. It's like real deal. Everything I ate, sandwich, chicken, all that shit, the nachos, all of it is in liquid form on the ground. Boom, I'm like, boom. Pull myself. He's like, did you throw up on the inside of my door? I said, nah, fuck out of it, my man. Boom, close the door. You know what I'm saying? He took me to the hotel. I remember he came and opened the door for me at the hotel. Like, he just did not believe that I didn't throw up on the inside of his car. Now, when I say it was a splash on the inside of the front of his car, it was a splash. Like, I'm telling you, a quick, and it was over with. Word is bond. He see this little splash, and he goes fucking ballistic. Dirty Drake goes fucking dumb. I'm like, I'm too drunk to worry about any of that. I fall out the car, boom, get on the ground, pick myself up. So in my mind, I'm like running into the hotel, but I'm sure I'm just fucking drunk bear crawling. I would love to see like security footage of that day. So I'm like, I crawl into the room, whatever the case may be, blah, blah, blah. I'm like trying to find my room. Mind you, this hotel was very, very confusing. I just want to throw this out there. It was very confusing when I was sober. So I still don't know how the fuck I got there. Got to my room when I was drunk. So I fast forward a little bit. I ended up getting to my room, and it was 2 beds. So I'm sitting on the bed close to the wall, and there was a painting on the wall. I'm looking at the painting, and I'm like, that's a nice painting. I don't know what it is, but so I threw up on the whole wall. I threw up on the wall to an exorcism throw up on the whole wall. I'm like, damn. I jump off that bed over to the other bed that's far from the throw up. I fall asleep. Wake up, my room smells like someone's been murdered. Like, my room smells like it's been like somebody died in this bitch. It's the fucking throw up in the corner of the fucking room, and there's a lot of it. I wake up, I look at it, and I'm like, oh my God, did I do that? What the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Boom. It's so bad, I'm embarrassed to tell the housekeeping people that, like, hey, I need someone to clean my room because I threw up like really, really bad. And it was so bad, I told them, if you don't want to do it, I totally understand. It was that bad. I'm like, bro, like, man, no. If y'all don't want to, I totally understand. The BLT on the counter is stinking because somehow that bitch made it to the room still. This BLT made it. I don't know how, but it did. So it's on the counter, it's open. Apparently I took like a bite of that shit and it still was like, the room smelled awful. Shout out to them, to the ladies that cleaned that room. Y'all deserve a raise. I think all house cleaning people deserve raises because what the fuck. Anyway. I ended up making it to the, I'm trying to order my Uber to get to the charity event. It was at 10:30 in the morning. I'm trying to order it. I have like a negative $250 charge on my account that has low Uber credits. So I can't order an Uber to get to the thing because I'm negative now because this nigga done charged me $200 for throwing up in his car. I did not throw up in his fucking car, but he charged me 200 something like that, to the point where I got right now $197 on Uber right now that I can't use because of the negative account, and they can get that shit back in blood. I'm a Lyft guy for the rest of my life. I never use Uber again. Based on this old fuck you, Dirty Dre. You were over that. I won't say that gladly. I got to the charity event, did the charity event, everything went smooth, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's hands down no debate the drunkest I ever been. And sometimes I'll be thinking like, why the fuck was I drinking Jaeger with the beer? Why would I ever listen to a nigga with a this shit kind of crazy when you think about it, for real.